Sup, NACL fans? Did you miss me? Have you been watching? Are you ready for a super heavyweight smackdown? This Saturday, a match so big we had to run it back at the last two remaining undefeated teams battling out for glory in the NACL. In the red corner, a team of developmental domination in the top half of the map. A duo that was bound for LCS. Sturdy and Shaded showed they could still stop the competition. Rookie Sanjay pilots the bot lane with one of the most promising young supports in Chime as his co-pilot. In the mid lane, Quad, hailing from Korea, puts his claim as one of the best damn players in the league. They promoted last Blitz MVP, and this roster is looking to the skies. FlyQuest Challengers! And in the blue corner, the teams of the North are looking to school the competition. Returning to the top lane, Professor America's teaching us all that he's still got it. Paired with the mid-jungle duo of UG Spyrex, this top side gets an A+, and making the opposition look like an extracurricular. Psycho support Scary Jerry, the self-proclaimed best in the league. Doing double duty in both C-LOL and NACL. Maryville University! This Saturday, FlyQuest versus Maryville. Only one can remain undefeated in our super heavyweight smackdown!
Welcome back, one and all, for the North American Challengers League. I'm Mazel. I'm joined by Beatdown, and we would not have this end any other way. We have gone the distance. We are here for game number 3 between FlyQuest Challengers and Maryville University. Both undefeated. It is our super heavyweight smackdown for a reason, and we've seen both teams smacking each other all about, Beatdown.
And we can just use every trope we have in the book. Like, this is a certified banger. We got a series on our hands. Come on. Give me some more.
Oh, I was counting. You know, I can do up to 5.
I'm going to keep it a stack. I only got 2.
Well, hey, at least it's within my counting number. All right?
Okay, nice.
So, here we go, though. But I do want to talk a little bit about this next game. Obviously, all the hype, all the craziness, the back and forth of game number 1, a little bit of that fighting back and forth in game number 2, but a game 3 where we have a ton of picks off the table. We're going to take a look at our Fearless bans now as well. But it's teams that have used a lot of the flexibility in the meta thus far coming into this one. And I expect we get a smorgasbord of different picks here in game number 3.
Yeah, it is going to be really interesting. I wonder what is going to make it through. Right now, and a lot of strong champs, I think, from both sides are out of the picture. But obviously, there's still a lot of options. I think the thing with Fearless is we're not going to see the really deep picks like the B tier, champions. I think until we get to like games 4 and 5 in our playoffs.
Should be a lot of fun. But now we're getting to what feels like a game 5 here as we get into game 3 of Maryville University versus FlyQuest Challengers. Maryville back on the blue side, and we'll see what differentiates their draft this time around, because they tried to give Yuji the hands. He got early moments that looked good, but the compositional difference, I feel like, really came to a head for FlyQuest Challengers. And now that we see the Azir band away, not going to give that to Spyrax, as Mr. Quad can't play that anymore. The Senna, the Ashe, and that Callista all banned.
Well, a lot of the same things. First rotation, not surprising at all. Now that Maryville have made it to the blue side, my thoughts are what they're going to be prioritizing, especially with a lot of these strong champions out of the picture, especially with a couple of good first pick worthy champions gone because of Fearless. I'm trying to think like what else is available. Do we just first pick a jungler?
At this point, why not?
I think of what is up. I was gonna say, damn it! I was gonna say Varus. I was gonna say Varus, but the TF was instantly picked up because they chose to ban Varus instead. Oh,
it's the finality here. Surdy said it himself coming into it. He was saying that everybody is copying us because we're playing this in scrims. He doesn't get a chance to take it. But we have that flexibility now for Niles to potentially take it. We can still see it at the ADC role as well, and even in mid lane. But it is that Jax locked in by FlyQuest.
It is a nice pickup. It was an insta lock in too. Like, this was clearly planned. Surdy loves to play the Jax, and it is a great response in top lane, especially because, you know, Counter-Strike. You can eat up that gold card, and it feels really good. We're going to pair it off really nicely with the Xin Zhao as well. And I'm just saying, Lennon, this could be that Karma game. Quad, I know you're the GOAT from LCK, but if you really want to be the GOAT, play Karma.
Could be. I would be curious, though. I do want to see a continuation of kind of the boxing junglers here. The Poppy could be the answer for Yuji. I did personally really like some of that engaged potential that the Vi was going to offer there as well, but they're obviously not going to go that way just yet. We do get the Rumble, though, locked in here for Maryville.
Yeah, I think part of the Insta-Jax lock-in is just this reminder, like, this is not going top lane, little bro. So you got to pick something else.
This is not
going
top lane.
Exactly. So it's just going to end up being the Rumble. The Poppy does end up getting picked up, which, I mean, with the 2 champs showing, I like that pickup. We saw what Shaden was able to do with it in the last game, and good ultimate, really good plays when he managed to get them going in the early game, so it's a good feeling.
Still curious with some of the flexibility available for Maryville, because I'm just saying, Rumble's been getting played a lot in the support role, and Zyko is a connoisseur of the LCK and the LPL.
True.
We'll see if that actually comes to fruition here. We did get the Nico locked in there, though. Not going to be the Karma, but still has a lot of upset potential in the setup for team fights.
Yeah, and I think the AoE damage and CC potential is really nice. So FlyQuest, another comp where I think the 3rd game in a row where they are just trying to set up for these all-ins, Lennon. So it is about the big wombo combos. It is about the big team fights. And banning away something like the Draven, it's consistently taken away from Scary Jerry. At this point, they're maybe looking for something a little more scaling-oriented in the bot lane. Smolder's still up, by the way.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, something
I can't
we could
believe
see.
It's still making it through. We had our first Penta of the season earlier by Ray on
Smolder.
On Smolder. The Xayah does get banned away against the lovers duo of Zyko and Scary Jerry. For shame, as I feel like it fits them so well. They're very, very close-knit to each other, but I expect more ADC bans, which has really been the case across pro play, but also at our league. It just feels like we're getting a majority of these ADC bans because of how influential having that priority on bot side can be for our league as well.
Yeah, bot lane is pretty good right now.
Not an ADC.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Surely we're just teasing a little bit. This is the Sajid special, but it's a hover, so it's not real to me yet. Damn, I can't focus now. I'm just staring at it. Lock it in.
Sajid is broken beat down. All
he
was hovering a vein. It is the Aphelios that was banned away from them last game by Maryville, so a clutch, at least in terms of comfort for Sajid. But I do wonder where this TF is going to end up going, if we are going to get some finickiness with where it's going to be positioned on the map. But yeah, we'll see.
Probably mid lane. This is the R5 Tom Kench. FlyQuest, Rocco, look at me. You were my GOAT last year. Every time I begged for the Tom Kench, you picked it. And this is another time. I'm asking you once more. It's the pick here. Please.
That's just it.
That's it. That's my pitch.
All right. Well, hey, it's not a bad pitch. Not a bad pitch. We'll see what it ends up being, though. I think that's where kind of we've gotten to the point we see the jungle matchup, and that has been our crucial focus early. So getting pieces that support that is also very important. Something that is a big pick that's been actually coming back a lot recently is this Nautilus. Gives you a ton of engage. Pairs up extremely well with the Kaisa, and we'll see now Zyko and Scary Jerry taking that duo.
Yeah, and I think the Nautilus is especially something I was kind of expecting from Zyko. I was thinking about engaged champs that are left, and the Nautilus is definitely the big one. Something you want to pair with the Poppy that is going to be going in here. I mean, that's not as exciting, but it makes sense. You know, I respect it.
Baby. We're going back.
You're going also for the all-in. Like, you already have the Xin who wants to jump in, this Nico looking for these big pop blossoms, and you're basically tanking your Nautilus with the opportunity for a big AoE stun with the Solar Flare. So it makes sense. I like it from FlyQuest. It fits the comp identity. It's not as fun as I would have hoped, but that's okay. We don't always get what we want, Lennon.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm getting what I want with this series. It's come down to the last game here, but something of a theme, it feels like, for FlyQuest is they are absolutely going with tons of CC in all of their compositions today. They really want to lock down some of the members of Maryville and be able to catch them out.
Yeah.
And I think that's a strength that we've seen in Maryville is the collapsing on single targets, which, again, now with this TF, super important. Yuji and Spyrax meeting up together, that's the duo we've known, and now they get a time to shine.
And it's really interesting, too, to see Scary Jerry kind of play into that with the Kaisa as well. Like, this is all in on that dive composition, and it's exciting. First Kaisa I think I've seen in a while, maybe all split. I don't think we've seen this champ yet.
We'll see it now, though, as we get into our final game of our Super Heavyweight Smackdown. Make sure you're typing in chat who you got as Maryville and FlyQuest go at it here. Game number 3.
This is definitely an exciting last game. We are getting a little deeper into the champ pools. The TF finally made it through. We saw the Nico after it being unavailable for, I think, a week because of a potential bug that, shout out Rito, they fixed. I like this champion.
That's it? That's
it. Yeah, I like playing her. I don't like playing against her.
True. Pretty base for that one as well.
Thank you. I thought so too. And I used to have thoughts about the Nico
you used
TF
to have thoughts?
matchup.
I used to have those too.
But now TF is really good. So my experience playing this matchup doesn't really matter anymore.
So the biggest thing you look at with the TF now is how proficiently they utilize the double auto attack system with the holding of the cards. When you do that, you can immediately proc a second auto attack and get that burst damage. Then the card comes right back up as well. So keeping an eye on these mechanics in mid lane, super important. We've seen both Spyrax and Quad have incredible games so far. And more so, a little bit the focus that we didn't highlight as much coming into the series because of everything else.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got to touch on this mid lane matchup a little bit. I will say, I think Quad has been a little quieter than we have usually seen in a past series there against FlyQuest Challengers. And I mean, Spyrax, to his credit, has been having some really good moments as well. So it's really all going to kind of culminate into this last game here, Lennon, where, hey, look, you both have some pretty big playmaking champions in your arsenal at the moment. This TF, who is looking to make plays and decide, teleport into the backline with Destiny, and the Nico, who is looking for the flash pop blossoms, the big, hey, I'm a minion, just kidding, I'm ulting your whole team.
True, and those angles going to be super important. Quad, somebody who has had a tradition of being able to find those angles as well. We did see level 2 contesting coming across, but it looks like it is going to be left to fighting, and Maryville will come up with that one early. So FlyQuest ceding a little bit of control there. But again, it's pretty much just a waiting game for both these two teams. That level 6 mark is when the game really starts to take on fire.
Yeah, I'm certainly getting that impression as well, just given the fact that you can see Yuji and Shaden not really on pace to fight each other yet, except maybe at that top Scuttle Crab. Given that you can see Quad winning out a little bit on some of these health trades, and the fact that Surdy... Oh, actually, Surdy is recalling. So maybe Shaden won't get the top. He got him! He got him!
The auto attack goes through the flash and first blood for Quad!
And this is the Quad that we're used to seeing pretty much all split long, Lennon. A player who just manages to get these solo kills, manages to find these overwhelming advantages mid lane, really open the map up for Shaden and the rest of his team to play the game.
And the question becomes, you think back, like, if the TF wasn't banned, which it had been all series long so far, Maryville were fine grabbing that one, but with the amount of success that Surdy has had in that in scrims, it feels like they are ready for this fight. And now, Shaden with a non-seen path up towards topside, he'll get the thumbs up from Captain America, but that Vibranium Shield ain't gonna hold on much longer. Shaden gets the second kill of the game.
That's huge. Both kills these first couple of minutes going the way of FlyQuest Challengers is already a great start for this team. When you're playing sort of front-to-back compositions, getting that advantage where you get to objectives first.
Yuji and Spyrax meeting up here, though he can't get the right one because of the clone usage, and Quad, he is feeling it this game.
Yeah, he's just dodging the gank, getting the first blood solo kill, and it's partially led to this 900 gold lead that FlyQuest already have. You can see it's just going to be a trade of Scuttle Crabs when we talk about the junglers and what they've gotten so far. Now I'm curious if Yuji's going to actually make this play happen topside. There's a ping. So Yuji is invisible.
I am invisible by hiding the bushes. Surdy, he's getting heated down right now by Niles. That flash in return. Now Yuji going to try to make a wraparound. Surdy was going to try to get a ward there, but doesn't have it available. And now Yuji finds the wall bang into the turret, and he goes down. Niles claims the kill.
Yeah, he had to use the Ignite for the last tick, which feels a little bad, but ultimately you get the big wave pressure looking for.
That was a really good re-engage by Zyko there. Both Chime and Zyko are going to be super crucial in how these engages play out. But the 2v2 still going down here. Quad looking to stop a backing Spyrax and ends up doing so.
Yeah, I mean, nice catch out. I especially like the use of the clone to eat the turret shot so you don't actually sacrifice any health. I mean, this pressure mid that Quad has got pretty much means it's a really easy first straight coming through from Shaden as we see. Yeah, the info is there. I don't know how confident Yuji actually feels about trying to trade this one.
Oh. I will just say, I know it's maybe something small, but it's a double magic resist boost start for both Yuji and Spyrax. They'll have a little bit of movement speed, but Shaden just goes straight in onto Yuji. I don't know if that's the fight you necessarily want to take there. Quad going to set up now
level
as
6.
Yuji goes through. The Pop Blossom came out, and Yuji was not expecting that. You're just level 4, my friend. As now Scary Jerry gets
he's ignited!
Time, and things are falling apart for Maryville. Scary Jerry's running for his life. Time can't get him.
Oh,
in the
you're
end,
kidding!
And the dragon goes to Zyko. What?
This game's not real, man.
Come on, man!
I
I mean, no jungler there. Why not 50-50 it?
Yeah, and Zyko lands on heads. What else is there to say? We're going to see the replay coming through here. I like Zyko trying to make space so that Yuji can get the 1v1. Unfortunately, Yuji couldn't see the channel fully for the Pop Blossom, and Zyko is just the GOAT in this fight. He gets the Ignite, kills Shaden, and he steals the Drake as well.
Against Quad and such at the damage dealers. Oh
unreal.
My God, Zyko, you're the GOAT.
Surely there's a lull in all chat right now.
Zyko being one of the premier members, I feel like that we've heard a lot of and a lot from this split. A big difference than last split, and the biggest culmination of that has been him feeling a lot more confident in what he is doing and leading the team, which you'll love to see those moments of growth in a Tier 2 league where we need to see some of that leadership to be pushed to the next level.
Yeah, and part of that comes from confidence. As like I said, feels like he's improved in that regard as well. Something you said last game really stood out to me. He doesn't have to always ask. Sometimes he can make the call, so he knows what the right play is. And that's always something you like to hear.
He's trying to make the play right now on the Quad and Chime in mid lane. Not going to find much of it, but just trying to support Spyrax. He does have the Destiny. Yuji out on the top side. If they want to collapse onto Surdy here, it could be a play.
Yeah, potentially. Thing we see relatively often, but you can see it. Spyrax is still mid lane, and it might just be a cover from Yuji, not the actual dive that they're looking for. Just want to ensure that Niles gets this wave in, and then everybody can just go back.
Everybody's okay. Nobody needs to fight. We're all friends for right now.
Yeah, just for now. Things could change.
Okay, but Spyrax and Quad are not friends. They have
what did I tell you? What did I tell you about mid lane animosity?
True.
It is no joke.
You did tell me. I did. You actually see Shaden going for a bit of an invade here on the Chicky Nuggies as well, and already has a massive CS lead because Yuji has been trying to set up plays a lot, and Shaden will be perfectly fine with that with the comp they have. They are looking at team fights. They're looking at late game. They have insurance policies, and they're playing towards it.
100%. And the big thing for MU in this fight is being able to pull the trigger first. So looking at players like Yuji, Zyko, even Spyrax with the Destiny to be able to make that one happen. Yuji, he either doesn't know or he's like, this isn't mine.
The last one. Quad with the Pop Blossom. He's going to flash for it to make sure they connect. 3 Talon Strike is there, but Yuji pushes Quad back. Yellow card combo. Spyrax can't get the kill there. He doesn't have enough damage now, but here comes Scary Jerry. He gets it, but 3 Talon Strike is available now up and close. Flash out of Shaden. Scary Jerry's going to have to flash. Wind becomes lightning. Zyko's running around the corner, but Shaden doesn't want to go under turret. FlyQuest come away again, and they will keep pushing pressure in mid lane as Sajet has showed his face.
And still, Ooh.
Shaden wants it so bad.
I like the attempt. Chime couldn't quite land the Solar Flare, so isn't able to force the cleanse out of Scary Jerry, but ultimately that is a nice chunk of change you got into your back pocket. It allows Shaden to finish the first item, the Titanic Hydra, that we know to be a pretty big power spike for the Xin Zhao. That, between that and the fact that he's level 7 now, means he is very happy to start skirmishing, or I guess continue skirmishing, whenever he sees an opportunity.
One of the biggest things we talked about in draft as well was kind of the dive potential of this Maryville composition, using that synergy, we've said, the power of friendship that they're wielding this time around to really be proactive. Haven't seen that just yet. Is that still the ticket here for Maryville?
Absolutely. It's not exactly just a straight up front. I may need to hold that thought.
He's got those harpoons sunk deep, and here comes the equalizer. Surdy, he's going to make it up with the burn. Not going to be enough after he pops the potions.
You can see this Rumble really starting to turn things up. Niles is going to have a lot of damage in this team fight, and I would love to continue to answer your question, but I feel like we have more action any second now.
You lied to me, beat down.
I'm so sorry, Lennon. I thought I was right. Look, man, I can change. I won't lie again, okay? I won't.
All right. Okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you a little bit of forgiveness pass. It's okay. We do have a dragon coming up now soon. Maryville, a little bit on the back foot in terms of a lead, but if they can continue stacking dragons, does go in their favor here.
It would. Then they have a pretty decent opportunity to do so. They don't quite have the vision set up for it, and the only concern is that Shaden is actually pretty strong right now. Him and Quad both have their first item. I think that damage threat is enough for FlyQuest to be able to just pretty easily get this, unless...
Yuji is very behind the power spike. He's got the boots, he's got a couple ruby crystals. He definitely does not have much of a fight as Shaden does. And it means also with the movement from FlyQuest Challengers from bot lane, they'll take this dragon and even up that dragon's score.
So nobody is really getting towards a Dragon Soul anytime soon. The Infernal Drake is nice too. Get that extra bit of damage because Yuji, went the other way. There is a play maybe, but Shaden's just going to call it off.
I don't know if anybody else sees that, but I see disco happening on the Rift right now. As I think the interesting aspect is, again, really going back to the conversation of, yes, the dive potential from Maryville, but this is literally all part of the plan for FlyQuest Challengers right now. They want to get to team fights and have those big spacing moments that can pick you apart. And that helps if you have your bot lane who's ahead. Scary Jerry engaged on Graviton, locking him down. The Keeper's Verdict did separate out Shaden, and now Maryville want to take the fight, but it might not be a fight they wanted. Graviton is back and available here, but the Destiny gets stopped. It got stopped. Quad with a big play in mid lane, and it means both plays go wide.
Yeah, a lot of things burn, summoner spells, ultimates, but nobody really ends up going down. But you got to give props to Quad for being able to cancel that Destiny, because if that goes through, we'd be praising Maryville for a successful play right about now. Now, that allows FlyQuest to maintain this small lead that they have right now. I think Maryville's comp is a little harder to play from behind. They do have a big combo with Zyko, Yuji, and probably Spyrax looking to all CCM versus the same person.
Pop Blossom in on a Spyrax, but the equalizer comes down and Quad has no mana. He's trying to get the kill on a Spyrax, but he still had flash, and he gets the kill over to Niles. Big stuff and a big roam from Maryville's top laner.
Yeah, another example of what we often see from Niles in the top side, finding these angles to roam, to impact other parts of the map, and just recognize that he could have had a play on Quad.
They're under tower now. Yellow card is prepped, but not going to be used, and FlyQuest capitalize on Spyrax's back.
Yeah, really nicely done. It is the chance for FlyQuest to get something back, and it gives Shaden the space to just go ahead and take the Scuttle Crab, maybe even go ahead and start the grubs, the Telegrubbies, as you so perfectly called
episode.
Yeah, which I guess is
soon though.
That's true. Like 15 seconds. Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah, not really a chance there. I do think that it's been impressive how FlyQuest, I mean, now where they're getting collapsed on in mid lane, but how they've denied this combo of Yuji and Spyrax so far and being proactive on the map. That is the biggest saving grace from FlyQuest right now.
Home from Zyko doesn't end up finding very much. You can see it. Jungle support from both teams linking up at the moment here.
Oh,
they want to fight for this. Oh,
Chime went over the wall and Shaden goes in. So now we have very split sides. Shaden's getting soloed out now. Does have the flash over the wall and makes it out alive, but a little bit of discrepancy in the play calling there from FlyQuest.
100%. That's got to be some kind of communication breakdown, because I thought from the angle that Chime was hex flashing somewhere else, like to the left or something. But it turns out he was just leaving.
Oh my god, we're seeing it again in Spyrax. He's about to get taken out, but he's baiting for Yuji. He's got the timing here, but he needs to be very careful. As Quad does have flash, he should be safe here.
And Quad, again, this is what we usually see, not necessarily like the first 2 games of this series. But I gotta hold that thought. There's something happening. I can just feel it.
You feel it? You feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
Yeah.
Dude, Niles is just saying, Quad, what are you doing to my mid laner? I'm going to take you out. He gets another one. Killing spree for the man in the top side.
I just want to throw that out, Lennon. I didn't say what was happening was going to be bot side. I'm just saying.
Big brain as ever.
Yeah, I'm not even going to pretend that I knew that was going to happen, but, I just needed that for a second.
I had your back, bro.
You did.
I literally, I was there. I was there for you.
And you know what, Lennon? It was a test. You passed. I appreciate you.
I love that. Niles is not going to see Surdy in the bush. I don't think Surdy wants to fight here, but Shaden definitely does. And if they do buy the time, Niles not realizing he can't get out of this one. He's going to try to fight back. Destiny is there. Equalizer goes down onto Surdy. They don't have Shaden as Shaden gets the kill. Now he has to get out of this one. Spyrax looking for it, has the red card. He goes back into dodge out of the dredge line. Look at these moves from Shaden, but Surdy is next to fall. A double kill win over, but also a double kill traded to Zyko. Sajed is getting engaged on by Scary Jerry, but it's going wide there. Red and white, you don't want to fight, but Maryville have some teeth to them.
And it's going to give them that opportunity to go for this Rift Herald. Shaden isn't there. There is no smite to contend with. And it gives you an opportunity to break down some turrets and get some gold into your back pocket. And it's nice, too. Actually, we're just going to go ahead and see the replay. Niles honestly played this one about as well as you could hope. Maybe could have helped the outplay to secure a kill, but the flashes come through. And he took too much damage before Spyrax actually managed to get there. But honestly, some props to Shaden dodging the hook with the audacious charge and actually managed to get the double before he went down.
Yeah, that's really impressive stuff. But mechanics that we know this guy's had, and the reason he was on the cusp of being that, or I guess was the LCS jungler as well. I'm really, really interested in these next few minutes playing out, though, because we do have Dragon number 2 going to FlyQuest, and it truly feels like we're buckling down for a late game for our game number 3 beatdown.
Yeah, it does feel like it. I usually at this point in time, I already said it earlier, on average, Maryville are up 2,200 gold at this point in time. FlyQuest are up close to 1,000, but we are dead even here at minute 17. And both teams have 1 dragon apiece until we saw FlyQuest just pick up the second right now. So this has just been pretty neck and neck. And yeah, I'm expecting this to go late as well. Yeah, he's always there.
Going mid-lane. He's like, it worked once, it worked twice, let's try it 4 or 5 more times.
Dude, if I'm 5-stacking and this is happening to me, I'm just like, good thing my top laner is obviously hitting the turret, right, guys? Because he's here again. Haha!
It is. They also have the other angle, too. This has happened multiple times from both angles every time. And Maryville really playing together here in this mid-game.
Maybe the play looking like topside. You're seeing everyone from Maryville shifting over here to see if they can punish Quad. There isn't actually going to be an option for them. We're a couple minutes away from any real objective we're going to fight for. I know it says Baron at 130, but like we're not going to do that right away.
I mean, we do have the double Kraken Slayers, I guess, for Spyrax and Scary Jerry.
Oh, that's true. Kaisa, you know what? This is ADTF. Kaisa does... Kaisa passive also really helps with taking Baron. You know what, Lennon? I'm just going to quickly amend my statement. MU have a fast Baron take. FlyQuest should be careful of that.
I do wonder, though, with the TP plays available, especially the Destiny, that really hasn't been utilized to super efficient ways. I think the top lane play was the first one we really felt confident in. But it is something that FlyQuest need to start thinking of how they enter these fights, because they might have good spacing and good team fight potential, but it really comes down to execution for them. And if they overextend, it can be easily punished by a diving Maryville.
And Maryville definitely have a lot of maneuverability in these team fights. You think Destiny, the killer instinct as well from Scary Jerry, to reposition in these team fights, potentially dive in with his teammates, something FlyQuest certainly have to be wary of as well. Oh, what do we have here?
Tempted plays being made, but, you know. Things happen, all right? Things happen. Now Maryville actually looking for an engage. They find Shaden off the cusp of it. Not going to go too much further after that one. Just a little bit of damage given back.
Just a bit of a heat check coming through mid lane. Just like, hey, you guys paying attention? Yeah? All right. Just making sure.
Watch out, Quad!
Watch out!
Dude, I mean, when we first came into this season, how many times did you see that thing running under your feet and you almost flashed?
Oh,
I
dude.
know I did it a couple times.
Yeah. That thing's flying over me, and I'm like, yo, what is that? And I'm like, oh yeah, Baron.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
But also pretty terrifying. Is on that 2-item spike, as well as Shaden. So we talked so much about Yuji and Spyrax being a deadly duo. Well, this game 3 is starting to lean towards the Shaden and Quad duo of things here. And again, shutting down the game plan of Maryville with that mobility out of mid lane. Here comes the play, though. Maryville trying to get this Rift Herald driven straight into the turret here by Yuji.
It's going to be pretty easy. The response is...
No!
Oh!
He misses it completely. He's going to have to burn the flash. That means he's being chased down, but the Keeper's Verdict going to come through. Shaden still wants the fight, and Shaden is the strong one right now. Wind becomes lightning, but he can't chase him down yet with the audacious charge. Yuji going to run away. They try to catch Chime here. As into the wall, Chime's now caught too. He's getting burned down. Sajet is here. Chime goes back in, but he gets killed. Scary Jerry takes that one. Yuji is dodging out of Shaden right now, and he's using this Poppy instincts to run his way out of this one. Oh,
we are not done.
That's a big combo onto Maryville's carries. Sajed is doing work right now. Look how much damage those chakrams are doing as they do make it out alive. It was also a play on the top side of the map, but it didn't go in.
Yeah, I kind of like that angle there from Spyrax to move top to try and snack that big wave to at least be able to threaten that top tier 2 turret while everything else was going on. But you can see it. These guys are going blow for blow with each other. And even though we haven't seen an objective start yet, they're just basically pushing for every inch of space that they can get to set up for this next Drake. And you see right now, Maryville are the ones who have that decent bit of vision, but Chime is currently out there clearing it up. FlyQuest, this is their soul point, Leonard. We don't want that one to go through if you are Maryville University. Ocean Souls is pretty good.
Spyrax has gotten his rapid fire cannon, really enables the long distance engage from this pick. We'll see how that at least factors into this next fight, because you gotta expect that priority in mid lane is a sign of the times, and they are going straight for this dragon fight.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Spyrax,
he does not have the destiny.
Away. That's interesting. It might indicate that Maryville. Oh my God.
Oh, Quad just keeps finding the engages here. Solar Flare gonna be used too. A couple big ultis by FlyQuest not gonna be available to them now. Zyko starting to feel more confident, goes straight in onto Shaden too. Spyrax can join soon, but not soon enough, because now FlyQuest want the fight, and they're going straight at him. Zyko, he's gonna make it out alive somehow, but can't say the same for Niles. As he goes down, Keeper's Verdict comes across, yeeting Chime out, but Scary Jerry gets chased down by a man with a real weapon in Surdy. Gravitum hits, not gonna be enough. Yuji survives. Baron in the eyes of FlyQuest.
And they've certainly done enough. Now they're going to be able to get the Baron and really start to snowball this small lead they've got. Maryville, it looked like their confidence came from the fact that, one, there's no Pop Blossom and there's no Solar Flare. But the fight still doesn't play out the way they want to. Scary Jerry was positioned away from it pretty much the entire time. So now, another 1,500 gold into your back pockets. You see 3 item completions across the board there for the side of FlyQuest. And because nobody's actually touched the dragon yet, they do have an opportunity to rush towards it and still collect their soul point.
And that being said, I think it enables a lot of the decision-making power in the hand of FlyQuest if they get that one. Just being able to pull apart the map in the way that Maryville can't do so is super crucial here. Because again, we highlighted, and you did earlier, about the speed at which they are able to take it once these second items start coming across. The attack speed for Maryville is there, and FlyQuest need to play around it.
Yeah. Now it is going to be FlyQuest being able to pretty easily collect that third Drake for themselves. So now a big win con is there for them these next 5 minutes after this Drake goes down. Ocean Soul would be a huge boon to them. Really increase their chances of winning things out here. Remember, both of these teams... Oh, hold on.
Surdy gets the depth charge used on him. Equalizer's going to come across too. Surdy can't get caught there, and he does. Psycho goes on a killing spree. Meanwhile, bot side of the map, you got Spyrax fighting on a quad. This is the first time he's been able to take the advantage here, and he gets the kill solo bolo for the Emperor Jalal.
Talk about starting a fight you never actually wanted. Quad gets taken down, and it's pretty huge because that was a response attempt to what Maryville were doing on the top side. They end up winning out on both ends, which is a good feeling. It gives them a lot of space to actually take down this mid-tier 1 turret, and you can even see Niles top side. He's shoving in this big wave. He may get a chance to take the tier 2.
Trying to take that out of tower, but the rest of FlyQuest are coming right down the wings, and now Shaden wants to go in. Yuji gonna pop that steadfast presence, though, and easily does it. Niles taking a tier 2 in the top side, getting some of that standing gold for Maryville.
Yeah, really good, actually. Now that I saw the way he was standing, he was actually hiding in a brush, waiting for the majority of FlyQuest Challenger members to show. Once they did, he felt confident to go for the turret, and now Spyrax has the space to take the bot tier 2 as well. Mid, obviously, is going to go down now, especially once they see top side.
Oh, wow. My God. You are getting absolutely worked on. Really good heads-up play there. Meanwhile, Niles in a 2v1 will go down. Mid-tier 2 set up for Maryville. Really good plays across the map from both sides.
Yeah, I mean, FlyQuest going 2-2 to the side lane, even though they lost Sajed, does mean that they got Spyrax out of the picture too. Yeah. Exactly. So they 2v1'd him, which I really like as a decision, because as soon as they have their sights set on Sajed, there's nothing you can do there. Instead, focusing on what you can take is really smart.
Spyrax dying in that side lane, not exactly what you want to see in the moment, as that side lane pressure is super important. I was just about to say, you know, the TF's starting to get real strong now. He will be on 3 items, having that Gwynsu's, but things like that will make it where that's not the case. And now we get another side lane turret, but this time in favor of FlyQuest.
And right now, it's going to be interesting these next couple of minutes. You're probably going to see these teams kind of vie for pressure on both sides of the map, just because both the Dragon, which is FlyQuest Soul, and the Baron are going to come up at, honestly, just about the same time. And, you know, you see some teams try and let the Soul go through and go for the Baron instead. I'm really hoping that's not the case, Maryville. You really need this Drake. Yeah. So it's FlyQuest who have that opportunity to trade Drake for Baron. It benefits them a lot more.
You do have some decent strength from Shaden and Sajed, but I don't know if they are necessarily the burning type for the Baron, so that does give you a little bit of calmness to Maryville, as long as you have a little bit of vision around it. Zyko going to be forced out of his back by a clone. Maybe Maryville looking to pounce onto Shaden here. Yuji around here does end up backing off after that initial engage, realizing how tanky Shaden is.
Yeah, but I like the setups for some of these bush plays. It's just kind of like just some feints and some checks to make sure that people aren't overextended. Hey, are you checking this brush by yourself? No? All right, just checking.
It plays to their strength, right? They want to collapse on somebody who they catch out. That is the power of this comp at these moments where people can get caught in transition. You get a big Destiny, you get everybody joining as well as Scary Jerry in there. I think that's the most important factor for Maryville.
And right now, most important factor for Maryville is making sure they don't lose anybody in the next minute or so. Again, this Drake really needs to get grabbed by them. Otherwise, Soul for FlyQuest could spell their doom.
Got about a minute timer there. We will have a back being completed, at least for Scary Jerry. Trying to get reset for this fight. But FlyQuest, they don't want to back. They want to get ready for this fight. They're going to push this mid lane into the tier 2 here, too.
All right, Niles is coming a little bit after. Are they going to make the play?
Is he getting popped? I don't know what happened there, but Maryville just got duped. Here comes Spyrax, but he's way far away. He can catch Chime, though, and Chime gets stunned up. They're trying to take him out long range. Here comes Scary Jerry. Oh, my God. He used the Killer Instinct in, and now Spyrax gets baited in. Things are falling apart for Maryville. Quad can't hit that Pop Blossom, but FlyQuest come away here ahead, and Dragon spawning soon.
And that is really bad if you are Maryville University. They're actually looking like FlyQuest want to go ahead and start this Baron. I mean, you're not afraid of a Dragon take coming through. Okay, no, they're just going to recall instead. No, it is going to be a Baron take. You're right. I think Quad is just going to back and teleport, or he's just fake backing with the clone. Either way, because Yuji is only just coming up now and you have 20 seconds on Spyrax, You have the opportunity to take this Baron fast back, and if Maryville aren't fast enough, you do have a chance to place the soul as well.
We do get a look back at that one. I don't think we'll have enough time. Dragon getting started up by Maryville. Niles actually dying to this. Now the TP coming in to try to contest this one, but they don't have a jungler here. They don't have anybody.
Okay, they got it.
Taken by Niles. He's going to flash out. Solar Flare comes across, but the Blast Cone should save them here.
Yeah, that's a big deal there for the side of Maryville. It's really rough that you lose the Baron like that. Oh, hold on.
Yuji doesn't realize that Surdy is there too. They're going to find him around those Spyrax here too, trying to put some damage back, starting to get some work done. That is a crucial duo here, but Maryville on the back foot.
Right, the saving grace is that they denied the Dragon Soul, but they're still going to drop more turrets as a result. FlyQuest very easily could be knocking on their inhibitor. Maybe not on this wave, but on the upcoming ones, especially with the stacked wave coming bot side.
We said in draft a lot of these compositions come down to execution. Unfortunately, there the Destiny kind of forcing Yuji into a fight. Now, speaking of
nice.
Forcing into a fight, Quad, he just gets completely soloed out by Spyrax and Yuji. And now the Destiny's coming down. They're going to try to continue this fight here. Equalizer's pretty big, but that's a really big Moonlight Vigil. And now FlyQuest, Scary Jerry's on the back line. He's got some serious health damage here, but they pounce on him. He's
oh my God!
He goes down. Re-engage from Maryville, and they've cleaned house. 4 kills for Maryville University.
And a huge comeback fight from the team in red. Scary Jerry clutches out big time in that team fight. He must have done so much damage to make that one happen. And unfortunately, Maryville, they're not going to be able to take much from this. They're going to be able to push out mid, clear out bot, and get themselves a little breathing room, but they likely won't get any towers for it. And unfortunately, we're a few minutes away from any real objective still. It is that bit of hope, maybe that light at the end of the tunnel here for MU.
I do see the catch out though, and that's what we talked about, is catching people in transition. Yeah. Quad was looking for something, and he gets caught while looking.
Yeah, I mean, watch Scary Jerry in this fight. I like the aggression we're seeing from him too. He ults behind Sajed. I think it takes him a second. Yeah, he's one auto from death by the time he actually notices. And as soon as the Aphelios is out of the picture, this fight suddenly looks great for Maryville.
And I think now they can use that to kind of swing this gold differential that they were super far behind in into their favor. They have the pick out tools. They're starting to get some of that scaling, and we're really getting to those at least mano-a-mano fights.
Yeah, and I will say neither AD carry has flash, but the Kaisa is slightly more mobile than Aphelios. That's why you see Sajed. He's being very careful about actually approaching this mid wave. Now has confirmation he was right.
Oh, they're trying to catch Shade now, but they get stopped. Quad goes in, gets a double.
Oh,
there.
that damage.
With a counter strike. He's got him. They're all gone. They're starting to get diced and sliced. And Scary Jerry's trying to carry it. Niles actually has some serious work here, though. Surdy, he's going to find Scary Jerry. No, he doesn't. He goes for Spyrax, and so does Sajed. As the shutdowns start going over, Quad's getting kills left and right, and there's not a single thing to defend the base for Maryville.
And there you have it, Lennon. The spawn timers are too long. We have our answer. It's FlyQuest who are going to be the ones to hold on to sole possession of first place.
This team has come in, they've replaced pieces, but they found the best of them. Unrivaled, unbeaten, and undisputed. FlyQuest move on to 6-0.
And Maryville are now tied with Supernova, who got their 5th win today in 2nd place. FlyQuest, the real only team left that maybe could challenge them is Supernova, as that is an upcoming matchup. But again, like I said, we have our answer. Currently, FlyQuest looking like the best team in Challengers League.
Let's take a look at that last play. It was an desperate effort from Maryville University. If it goes right, it goes right. But the denial here, watch the denial on the other side of the wall. Yeah,
and again, respect to Sajed for the cautiousness, recognizing that this play was available. And then Quad just finds the excellent root here to make it happen. As soon as I saw the double root, I'm like, uh-oh.
It was a triple. It was a triple root.
Oh,
literally all 3 members there, and that's all it took. Maryville wanted that fight so bad, but you see what happens when the engage flubs.
Yeah, it was a good look and definitely a valiant effort for Maryville University. This is certainly not a knock on them and how skilled they were, especially when you consider how they ran the early game in the first game of this series and how they managed to clutch it up when, they almost lost.
I said it in the game, but thank you to all the players, all the staff for making this one of the best series of the entire year. It was actually incredible. Even if Maryville take the loss, we still obviously see that these are two of our best performing teams in and out of game, and it's really impressive to see them do their work here. It literally was like pins and needles, a hair's length of a difference, right? That engage goes right, Maryville win, and they are the undefeated team. So the fact that it went down to the last second, to the last fight, incredible stuff from these two teams. We are going to send it away to a little break. On the other side, we'll have an interview.
Introducing the new foot-long sidekicks at Subway. Try the warm and delicious foot-long cookie, foot-long pretzel, or foot-long churro.
Welcome back, one and all, for our Rally Cry post-game interview. You might be wondering, where's the player? Well, we have the brains behind FlyQuest Challengers. We have Coach Rocco with us, and what a pleasure it is to see you here and to get to talk to you about the program that you've been able to help instill. And the fact of the matter is, you're like their biggest fans. Not only your players on FlyQuest, but also the players on Maryville, which you got to coach last year. So how does it feel to see success rebounding across the league because of a program you set up, or you helped?
Well, I'm just happy, right? Because I really like working with UJ and Spyrex last year. We spent a lot of time together. So when I was looking at the power rankings before the season, I was like, there's no way this team goes bottom, right? Like, that mid jungle is so good. There's no way they'll do bad. So I expected them to be top 3 at least. And then seeing them even like perform a bit better. I think the other players in Maryville stepped up too. I think Niles is actually playing very well. Scardier is one of his best splits so far. So it's just a good team, right? They're really good, and I think their mid jungle is like one of the best in the league for sure. I'm only happy to see them do well. Obviously, we ended up beating them today, but it could have gone either way. So like whatever.
So I want to talk more about your roster and kind of the philosophy. Like, what hand did you have in building it, and what was the idea behind grabbing people like Quad, Sajed, things like that? Some of these pretty exciting players that we haven't seen as much here in NACL.
Well, this offseason was very weird because I've been doing academy programs for the last 3 years, 2 years in Europe and last year in North America. And this is the first time where, since so many organizations are obviously like downsizing in resources and academy and LCS organizations went out, we actually got to cherry pick whoever we wanted, which is very strange, right? Especially in Europe, there's like so many leagues and teams. Now we could just like, okay, I want the best top, the best jungle. We can have a Korean mid, we can get the best rookie day, and we get the best support. And then, oh, our roster's just stacked, right? So we could cherry pick a lot. We did like one combine for like 1 or 2 weeks where we tried like our favorite prospects. There are also some other players which are not even in the league right now that participated, but and at some point, like it was mostly between me, Andrew, and Empire to like build the roster. And the philosophy at the end is just like, it's a development league at the end of the day. And obviously we're not having a lot of rookies, but still like our goal is to make sure that we get the pieces that are next up in line to LCS, which I think we are doing. And like, obviously it's nice that we're undefeated and we're doing very well, but I wouldn't say like I don't care about winning, like winning NACL doesn't matter to us, but at the end of the day, like my job and our goal is just to make sure our players can go to LCS either in the middle of the year or at the end of the year, and that's the only thing that matters. And if we're winning, it's like very nice, but I just want to make like last year I obviously invested a lot of time in Masu, ended up being promoted, like that's a win to me, right? Like winning NACL is fun, but if people go up and the pipeline keeps being fed with new talent, then we're doing a good job, and I think we're doing that at FlyQuest, and we're doing very good right now.
Please, everyone, pay attention to what this man is saying. A good system will absolutely bear fruit. Now, I do want to ask you a little bit maybe about coming into this one. I know you're talking about winning isn't the biggest thing, it's the players, but did this series mean a lot to the guys? Did you have any special prep coming into it to make sure that it was going to go swimmingly?
No, I mean, I really respected them, don't get me wrong, but the way how I usually view prepping, especially in Tier 2, is you often isolate focusing more on your own strength, and especially when they're like certain very strong pocket picks, like as you could see, like Spyrex's also didn't go through the entire series. It's very good at that champ. I won't let that slide, but most of the time I just tunnel on what we should do, what we work on, and even though we won, I'm personally not too satisfied. I think for the viewers, the games were very, very fun to watch, but I think from like a strategic competitive perspective, this is not good at what we expected out from ourselves. But a win is a win. We stay undefeated. For the fans, it's nice. I'm sure they're happy. I mean, that makes me happy too, but still a lot to do.
I appreciate that. Well, we've unfortunately run out of time, so I'm going to give you a chance to give some shout outs here before we let you go, bud.
Shout out to my players. They're working really hard, especially Sajet, who is a full rookie. Playing in a very stacked roster is always hard. He's putting in the energy. Also, Quad going to a new culture and acclimating super well. Really proud of those two. Also, my tops and jungle are phenomenal players, and they should be in LCS. They would have been LCS if it didn't happen, right? And then obviously FlyQuest, GM, Andrew, Papa Smitty for believing in me and extending me and bringing back to FlyQuest for another year is very nice. And also shout out to all my players from last year: Masu, Winsome, Faisal, Philip, Sparks, and Yuji. You're all great players, and I wish you all the best for sure.
It was a pleasure to get to talk with you, Rocco. Thank you for your insight and how this wonderfully undefeated team is functioning. We're going to let you go. We're going to take it back from you. And what a day it was, Beatdown, as you had a couple 2-0s to start it off, but this last series made up for all of that.
They were just warm-ups. The other teams, Supernova and Wildcard, they were like, you know what, Beatdown, you have a great series at the end of the day. Why don't we allow you to save some of your energy for that 2-0, 2-0, and for that, I say thank you very much. I appreciated that deeply, and I'm ready to eat something.
True. Again, shout outs to all the players. I think we wouldn't be here without them, and the fact that we get to have such good games like this, it's such a shout out to what this community has become, but also to build up a lot of these teams coming into a year that was very turbulent, and we still have some very banger games. Let's go ahead and bring up the standings now, as we have one clear, undisputed top of the league as FlyQuest Challengers reach the 6-0 mark.
And that's right, sole possession of first place, while they spent the last 5 weeks neck and neck against Maryville University, who are now tied with Supernova. I guess they have... Oh, because Maryville did beat them. They do have that head-to-head advantage. So Maryville will actually hold on to second place as well. It's pretty cool that there is potential movement at the top and bottom of the standings, and that's always a fun part of NACL.
Yeah, a lot of fun this split so far, and it's been a pleasure. Beatdown, I just want to say a huge thank you to you for keeping with it and keeping the energy high with me as we got into our third series. Shout outs to Kangas, who got to cover the first 2 series. It was a banger of a day. And to everyone out there tuning in, we wouldn't be here without you. So thank you all so much. Shout outs to Load Screen, Cynthia, and Emily for helping us put this all together. And guess what? We're not done, because tomorrow we'll be right back. Same time, same place. We'll see you there, and we'll see you on Summoner's Rift.